What's going on, guys? Greggles TV. Now, the other day, I had a poll where I asked you what you guys are going to do with your Galaxy Note 7s, because, as you know, the Galaxy Note 7 has been recalled because of recent fires with the original one and the replacement one. And the results are kind of interesting, and they're interesting in the fact that some of it is surprising and some of it isn't. So let's take a look at the poll first and then go from there. So again, the question of the poll was, what are you going to do with your Galaxy Note 7 now that it has been recalled? And the responses I gave were, you can replace it with an S7 Edge, you're going to keep it until the Note 8 or S8 come out, you're going to replace it with an iPhone 7 or 7 Plus, you're going to replace it with an LG V20 or other. And other could be anything. It could be a Google Pixel phone. It could be some other brand phone like a Motorola, anything really. And the number one answer that most people chose was to replace it with a Galaxy S7 Edge. And I think that Samsung, like Apple, has this huge loyalty to it. And people like Samsung and they like Apple and they like those products because both companies make excellent products and they are good to their customers and they release phones on time and they just make a great quality product, and they put features in there, especially Samsung, that a lot of other manufacturers don't put in there, like great cameras and a great screen. Sometimes you'll just get a great camera but not a great screen, but with Samsung you pretty much get the best of the best. And not very surprisingly, what was tied with number 2 was actually keeping your Note 7 until the Note 8 or S8 come out. Again, brand loyalty. People love these phones. Every comment I hear mostly is, I don't want to give this phone up. I love this phone. It's the best phone ever. I love Samsung phones and I don't want to go back to anything else. And that doesn't surprise me. And that's great for Samsung. Samsung, at least with all this BS they're going through with the fires and not being able to fly with it and all this other stuff, at least they still have brand loyalty. You guys showing your voice, voting on this shows that. And it's, again, it's awesome for Samsung. And tied for that answer in number 2 at 17% was people that would go to an iPhone 7, 7 Plus. Now, the people that I would think are those people are the people that came from iPhone very recently and joined up with the Note series, because it's a very logical move to go from the iPhone, which is the only phone that Apple sells, over to the best or one of the best Android phones, and that's the Samsung phone. The Samsung phones sell the best on Android without a doubt. I would think it's the people coming from Apple over to Android, and also the people that are kind of sick with Android or just want to try something new and they want to try Apple at that point. Now, rounding out the last 2 spots on this list are other, which took up 15%, and replacing with an LG V20, which took up 11%. Let's start off with LG V20 first, because I think that is more of the consumer not really knowing that LG makes excellent phones. Or, you know, LG I wouldn't say is on the same exact level as Samsung, but they're pretty damn close and they offer a ton of features. I think this LG V20 is gonna help them a lot in terms of, because Samsung had this issue where the phones got replaced and people are looking for another full-featured phone that will give them a ton of features and cool features of that. And the LG V20 I think is definitely going to do that, more so than the Pixel XL phones. And other, which again took up 15% and was in next to last place, I think is going to be people that want a Google Pixel phone or maybe a Motorola phone, HTC phone, companies like that. I think it's probably more people that want to try the Google phone, because Google is making a big name for themselves with this Pixel phone. I think that them getting the word out with these commercials, especially on national television, and we're just word of mouth on the internet with all the positive reviews, I think is going to create an even bigger buzz for them in the phone making game, and people are going to want to try it out. I know I'm dying to try that phone out. So what am I going to do? I've actually pre-ordered the LG V20, and I've also actually pre-ordered the Google Pixel XL, and I should have the Google Pixel XL sometime at the end of this week, and the LG V20 possibly in the middle to late of this week as well. Now I'm going to Canada, so I'll try my best to give you best impressions if I get those phones beforehand while I'm on my trip. But it's a good thing to get both phones if you can. I know it's a big thing. It's a very expensive thing, but if you can get both phones, or at least try them both at the store. You go to Best Buy, LG V20 and the Google Pixel XL will both be there, especially by next week. So if you have the chance, try the phones out. If you do buy them both, just to let you know, if you buy it from your carrier, it's going to be a restocking fee. It's about $50, or with Best Buy, it's $35, so it's not the end of the world. Or if you buy it through Google, if you buy the Google phone through Google, there's no restocking fee. And again, if you buy it through Best Buy or Verizon, they're going to try to charge you a restocking fee. So those are the two phones I'm going to try. Those are the ones I'm most excited about right now. While I am in between phones, I'm using a Nexus 6P, and my wife is using a OnePlus 3. So we're using those phones in the interim, but I'm very excited to try the other two phones that will be out this week and next week. So guys, thanks for watching. It was really cool doing that poll. I want to do more of that in the future. If you have any good poll questions, I don't mean stripper polls, I mean poll results, let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys down the road. Peace.